12 minutes on the clock, and again, the Edgerton is going to be kicking it off to the Aces. Their kicker is, for this time around, is going to be number 4, Corey Everett. Everett and number 9, Piccolo, have been sort of exchanging duties. Everett puts it on the turf, and it's going to be oh my goodness. The first play of the first half, the kickoff, Bergman had kind of a fluffed kick, and it bounced off one of the Edgerton receivers, and the Aces recovered it to take over right away in the first half. And here to start the second half, it's the other way around as the Bulldogs capitalize on the onside kick and get the ball back right away. They lead by 18, 26-8. Everett works out of the shotgun. Snap. Straight up the pipe. Everett's going to get some positive yardage and be brought down at about the 42-yard line. It looks like pickup of 3 to make it about 2nd and 7. So 2nd and 7 from the 42-yard line now for the Bulldogs. Up by 18. Everett's pass is caught. That's Herman. Herman down to about the 25-yard line. That'll move the chains, no doubt about it, and another first down for the Bulldogs here tonight. Handoff, that's number 7. Quentin Blue. Blue still on his feet. Blue taking it down into the red zone and getting them a first and goal. And that's going to be, it's pretty close to the 5-yard line, it looks like. We'll see where they officially mark it. But first and goal. Number 7 with the carry. Quentin Blue one more time. Make it 2nd and goal. And they're saying the ball still on the 5-yard line. And timeout, Hicksville Aces. Something, looks like they might have somebody that's getting checked out for something, whether it's a uniform issue or something. They're going to pull him off. That's I'm not sure, number 54, not on the roster. I thought we had all those filled in. Oh. Just our luck, it's the one that we missed. So, again, the Aces really cannot afford to give up another score here. The ball is just inside the 5-yard line on the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. If they get it into the end zone, it'll be a 24-point lead, I think. Up by 18, yep. And I think that's Piccolo with the carry. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That'll make it 32-8. 2-point conversion here will make it 34-8, and that'll only be 4 points away from putting the Aces really behind the 8 ball with a running clock against them here in the second half. So Hicksville needs to get the ball back and get some points on the board to stave that off. Everett puts a man in motion, hangs on to the ball himself, and he'll be in standing up. Successful 2-point conversion will make it 34-8. Nope, there's a flag on the field. And it'll be against the Bulldogs, so an illegal motion So they'll back up 5 and try again. That'll put the ball out at the 7-yard line. So attempt number 2 from a little farther out for the Bulldogs. Right now the score remains 32-8. Everett's looking to throw it now. He's got a man. It's over his head and incomplete. So after the penalty, the 2-point conversion fails. And it remains a 24-point lead for the Edgerton Bulldogs. Now on top of the Aces, 32-8. And if Edgerton gets one more unanswered touchdown, it'll be 38-8, and that'll be the running clock working against the Aces here in the second half. 10:25 to go. Bill and Brian, glad to have you here with us. Not the kind of outing we'd hoped for homecoming night here at Aces Field. Coming off a nice win against Paulding last week. We were hoping that the Aces would be able to put another one into the win column here tonight. And I'm not saying that that's not possible, but they've got a pretty steep uphill climb to get to that point here tonight. So Edgerton's going to kick it off again, and this time it's Piccolo teeing it up. 10:25 to go, and hopefully the Aces will be able to hang on to the ball this time. And it'll be another roller, and it's going to go past and out of bounds. And so Bergman not able to scoop it up, and it'll roll out of bounds at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Aces will set up shop 1st and 10. And again, as you might notice, there's an awful lot of yellow being worn around the stadium here tonight. That's being done in support of our neighboring community of Antwerp after the tragic loss that they suffered earlier in the week. Both the Edgerton and the Aces fans wanting to show their support. And they're wearing yellow tonight. Klima launches it, and neither of the receivers were looking for it. It went right between the two receivers on that side of the field. Neither of them turned around. It was like they each thought that the other guy was going to be the one catching the ball. So that'll be incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Klima dropping back to throw again. He's airing it out. He's got a man. It's caught, and that's going to be 6 points for the Aces. Baird turns on the Jets into the end zone. Touchdown. So the Aces strike back. And they keep themselves in this game with the touchdown. It's now 32-14 with a 2-point attempt pending. I'm certain the Aces are... Well, now I said that I'm certain they're going to go for 2. Now watch, they'll kick a field goal, or an extra point, but I would think they would go for 2. It looks like they're going to go for 2. Klima's coming out. So the Aces attempting the 2-point conversion here to cut the lead to 16. Klima's going to keep it himself. Nice juke move, and into the end zone he goes. So the 2-point conversion succeeds. And it's a 16-point game now. Aces still trail, but only by 2 scores, 32-16, with 10 minutes and 10 seconds still to go here in our third quarter. So the Aces will get ready to kick it off to the Bulldogs. And go back on defense and see if they can put together a defensive stop here. That'd be great to hold them and get the ball back and get a chance to get some more points on the board. We'll see what happens. break huddle and come back out onto the field. And Bergman's going to tee it up for the Aces. Herman and Nichols, the two deep guys. And that's just not a good kick at all. Bergman was trying to give it one of those little love tap type kicks that it would just barely roll 10 yards, and he was going to run right alongside it, and as soon as it got across midfield, fall on it. But unfortunately, didn't get enough on it, and the ball only traveled a few yards and was fallen upon by one of the Bulldogs at the Aces' 45-yard line. So the kickoff nets the Aces 5 yards, and it's 1st and 10. Edgerton on the Aces' 45-yard line. They'll shift a couple of players. They'll get set. Everett hangs on to it himself. Everett straight ahead, not much there. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Clock will continue to roll now. Under 10 minutes to go here in our third quarter. Quick hitter, and it's caught out around the 40. Inside the 40, Piccolo takes it down to about the 38. Another carry down to about the 35-yard line. So, pass, takes it down, and I think they said it was Herman that made the grab and takes it down to the 15-yard line for another first down with just under 9 minutes to go, 8:55 and counting. Everett hangs on to it himself. Everett's a little shake and bake move. Everett's got a wide open field, and nobody's going to stop him. Corey goes into the end zone, touchdown Edgerton to make it 38-16. And they'll attempt another 2-point conversion here to make it 40-16. And they're setting up for some sort of an oddball play here. Everett, whatever it was, it didn't work. Didn't even come close to working. I don't know what they were going to try to do there, but Everett was all out there on his own, and the Aces were able to dial him in, and they take him down. So the 2-point conversion fails, and the score remains 38-16, a 22-point lead for the Bulldogs, as the Aces will get ready to get the ball back. Clock stops, 8:43 to go. Again, we want to say thank you to one of our Diamond level supporters making our coverage possible. Here from Aces Field tonight, APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. Hey, if you are looking for the start of a career, if you're looking to maybe start up a second career, you want to improve some of the skills you already have, you might be surprised at the opportunities that they have for you at APT Manufacturing Solutions in Hicksville. You can find out more and find out how you can maybe become a part of the APT family by logging on. Go to their website, aptmfg.com. Again, aptmfg.com. I want to thank them for their diamond-level support of our Aces Sports broadcasts here on HIX-TV. Low rolling kick, and the Aces will fall on it right at about the 30-yard line on the far side of the field. And so Hicksville gets the ball back and in pretty decent field position. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. As they look to try to battle their way back into this football game. Quick handoff. There was a little bit of an open seam, but it closed up quickly. Balzer with the carry, and he's able to get about 3 on the carry to make it 2nd and 7. Klima pitches it back to Bergman. Bergman around the corner. Bergman looking to turn the corner. He does. Bergman kicks on the Jets. Not quite able to stay in bounds. He steps out at the 47-yard line, 48, 47-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. It looks like it's going to be right at the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs, but that's good enough for an Aces first down. Bergman steps out of bounds, stops the clock with 7 minutes and 55 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Oh, they're tossing the footballs, the little footballs, okay. I saw these little white things flying around. And just about back to the line of scrimmage. Might give him a yard. They will make it 2nd and 9. Had a good arm on that one. They have these little white plastic footballs that they're tossing out to the crowd. The cheerleaders are. Klima puts the ball in the air, and it's almost intercepted. It was off the hands of Piccolo. The intended receiver was also number 9, Ashton Settle. And it was off of Piccolo's hands, and they were lucky that it wasn't another INT. Makes it 3rd and 9. Bergman with the snap now. Jackson puts the ball in the air. It's caught by Klima. Klima hauls it in, hangs on to it. He gets popped, but they'll bring him down at the close to the 23-yard line, but a flag on the play at the 40. So we'll see what that is. Interesting note it's 11 years now that we've been up here doing Aces football coverage. And not once have any of the cheerleaders ever been able to chuck one of those little footballs up here. Never once been able to make it to the press box. Now that I said that, the next game that they have them, they're going to be targeting us. That's all right. It's fun. All the little kids who got their little footballs, they're happy. 7 minutes exactly to go here in quarter number 3. Aces with the ball. They trail by 16 or by 22, 38-16. It's 3rd and 14 after the penalty. Klima is launching it, and again incomplete. Bergman not able to grab it and bring it in. So that's going to bring up 4th down. And we'll see what the decision is going to be for the Aces. Ball is resting on their side of the field at their own 48-yard line, but they're down by 22 in the 3rd quarter. So we'll see what the decision is on this 4th down play. Aces have already used one of their 3 timeouts for the second half, so only 2 timeouts remain for Hicksville. And they're going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and long, and they're going to air it out, and that should be a flag. Yep, Baird was definitely hit and impeded before he had a chance to catch the football. So there are 2 flags on the field. Hopefully they're both for the same infraction, but we'll wait and see. But Baird was definitely interfered with. And they're coming over to talk with Coach Lucas Smith. So there might be 2 separate infractions, and they're going to give him the option. And that one, the defensive pass interference is going to be declined. And then roughing the quarterback is going to be So they'll decline the pass interference and instead go with the personal foul roughing the passer, which will move the Aces up and give them an automatic 1st down. So they'll move the ball down to the 37-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Aces. And they're stopping things briefly because it looks like there's some confusion about something down on the field. I'm not sure whether there was some confusion with the markers or the chain gang down on the far side of the field. I mean, they still have it as 4th and 14 on the scoreboard, but they've got it on the 37-yard line. And now they're coming over to talk with Coach Smith. So now Coach Smith, I guess, is wondering whether they would do better if they did it the other way around, yardage-wise, or just what is what. Now they've got Jeff Haught, the athletic director, involved in the conversation. So I don't know if there's an issue with the equipment, maybe something on the other side of the field. So Mr. Overmeyer, the other athletic director, down there as well, but evidently they've got it figured out now. So evidently it's all squared away now, and it is 1st and 10 Aces at the Edgerton 37-yard line. Klima, ball in the air, caught by Baird. Baird takes it down to the 29-yard line and instantly flags fly. So Baird had close to 1st down yardage, and then flags fly again. They're saying he was down at the 30-yard line. That's where the ball is placed for now. But again, just like in the first half, we've had a barrage of flags and penalties. And it's another personal foul against Edgerton. and they'll back him up again. So the Aces benefiting from 2 consecutive personal foul calls. And just like that, they're down to about the 15-yard line with another first down. So the Aces down by 22, looking to cut into that again. Klima puts the ball in the air and overthrows his receiver, incomplete. .6:17 to go, so just about halfway through this third quarter. 38-16, the Bulldogs with the lead. Aces with the ball. It'll be 2nd and 10 on the Edgerton 15-yard line, looking to cut into that deficit. This time Bergman gets the snap. Jackson rolling out. Jackson goes around the corner. Jackson stretching it out. He gets down to about the 10-yard line, it looks like. Jackson will get him 5. No, actually, they got down to the 5-yard line. I apologize. So that's a 1st and goal for the Aces. So Hicksville knocking on the door once again. Klima hands it off to Bergman. Bergman running it out, trying to cut upfield. He dives toward the end zone, and he'll be brought up just short. So Jackson Bergman gets him a little closer, but still a yard away from adding 6 more to the score. Quick snap, and Klima lowers his shoulder and powers in. Touchdown, Hicksville. So the Aces come back and answer the Edgerton score with one of their own, and they cut the margin back to 16, 38-22. And they can make it a 14-point game with a successful 2-point conversion here. So again, the Aces battle back and make it a 2-score game. And that's caught by Bergman, and he is in. So Bergman makes the grab and gets 2 more for the Aces. As again, they cut into that deficit a little bit more. It's a 14-point game now. Bulldogs still have the lead, but now only by 14 points, 38-24. 5:43 left to go here in quarter number 3. You're watching Aces Varsity Football action. It's coming to you live right here on Hicksville Community Television. Glad to have you with us, Bill and Brian. Hope you're enjoying the coverage tonight on this homecoming Friday. Again, the kids looking forward to the big homecoming dance tomorrow. The Aces will get ready to kick it back off to the Bulldogs. Bergman teeing it up. Kick is up. It's going to roll down and get scooped up at about the 20-yard line, and they'll step out of bounds right there. Number 25 was Owen Roth getting possession, but Roth not able to do much more than just step out of bounds. So the Bulldogs back on offense, and they will start this drive at their own 20-yard line, a 1st and 10 from your own 20. It's been a while since they've started out that. I mean, they were pretty deep on their end of the field a couple times in the first half early on. First play, not much there. Might have picked up a couple. We'll see where they mark it. Everett's held on to it himself. And they'll give him a yard, make it 2nd and 9. Hey, I wanted to say a congratulations, too, to Kenzie Schrader, first place medalist and sectional champion for the Hicksville Aces golf squad, gals. Everett hangs on to it. It was kind of an awkward snap. He'll put it in, and it's caught and touched right away, so maybe out to about the 26-yard line. So the Aces golf team, the girls golf team, were runners-up at sectional golf earlier in the week. And again, Kenzie Schrader, the medalist, first place overall. So congratulations to her and to the Hicksville Aces girls golf squad. Great job. Everett hangs on to it himself and then throws it after he rolls out. It's going to be up for grabs, and I think he held on to it. Piccolo. I wasn't sure whether Piccolo was going to be able to maintain possession, but he does. So Caden Piccolo hangs on to it and moves the ball all the way down to the 45-yard line of the Aces. 1st and 10 Edgerton. 4:35 and the clock rolling here in this third quarter. And it's going to be another keeper for Everett, and Everett will bang ahead for a couple more. Make it 2nd and 8. So the Bulldogs doing pretty much exactly what they want to do at this point of the game, which is keep the ball moving and keep the clock rolling. Piccolo makes another grab. They'll keep him in bounds. He'll get down to about the 39-yard line. That'll make it a 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs. And again, keep that clock rolling. And timeout called by the Aces, because otherwise they were going to snap the ball before one of the Aces players that was being substituted got off the field, which would have been either a free play or 5 yards for Edgerton. And at a 3rd and 4, 5 yards would have been another first down. So the Aces having to burn their second timeout of the second half. That leaves them just one remaining, with the entirety of the fourth quarter laying ahead of them. And the Edgerton Bulldogs have not stopped the clock yet, so they still have their full complement of 3 timeouts. And we saw them use those timeouts pretty effectively near the end of the second quarter to pick some more points up. So we'll get ready to get back out onto the field. So a defensive timeout called by the Aces. And when we get back into action, it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Edgerton Bulldogs with the ball at the Aces' 39-yard line. Again, Edgerton leading 38-24, a 14-point lead here tonight on this homecoming Friday for the Aces. Everett puts a man in motion. That's Piccolo. Everett hangs on to it himself. He takes right up field, and he breaks through, and this is going to be 6 more for the Bulldogs. Everett into the end zone from 39 yards out. Touchdown, Edgerton. No flags on the play. 44-24, back to a 20-point lead now for Edgerton with 3:25 to go. And they'll attempt the 2-point conversion, I am sure, to see if they can go up by 22. As the Aces have done well offensively, battling back and matching the Bulldogs here in the second half, pretty much score for score, but they haven't been able to stop them defensively. And that's going to be good. So once again, it's a 22-point game as the Bulldogs go up on the Aces now 46-24. And the Aces will get the ball back. They'll need to answer with another score of their own. They want to keep themselves in this football game. But what the Aces really are needing right now is a few defensive stops. They need to have a few 3-and-outs for the Edgerton Bulldogs so that they can maybe rack up 1 or 2 unanswered scores themselves. So Edgerton back out on the field, and here come the Aces, and they'll be ready to get the ball back. We'll see what Edgerton does with the kickoff here. Piccolo teeing it up. And here we go. Piccolo, it's a low roller, scooped up at the 30-yard line. That's Baird. Baird with a stiff arm. Baird across the 40. Baird to the 45. They'll take him down at about the 48-yard line. Kyler Baird with a nice return. We'll see where they mark it, but I think he got him out to the 48-yard line, where it'll be first and 10 Aces. 3:16 to go here in quarter number 3. Aaron Klima. Brody Balzer, the split back behind, or the back behind him. Klima puts the ball in the air and broken up. That was Everett's breaking up that pass, and Baird not able to haul it in. So incompletion, which will stop the clock again. Going to be a long football game tonight. Klima rolling back, ball in the air, and it's going to be picked off. Everett makes the interception. Everett heads back upfield, and he'll dive forward. They'll take him down at about the 35-yard line. So once again, the Aces, victims of the interception, they turn it over for, I don't know how many times tonight. I think that's the fourth interception. Been a lot. Plus the fumble, and anyway. A lot of turnovers for the Aces tonight, and in all fairness, the Edgerton's turned it over a couple times too, so. Under 3 minutes, and again, the Bulldogs back on offense at their own 35-yard line. Quick handoff right up the middle, and this could be trouble. Fortunately, they're able to corral him about the 40-yard line and bring him down at about the 42. A strong run by Quentin Blue. Blue gets it to the 38-yard line of the Aces. And in one play, they kind of flip the field. They'll huddle up. Clock is rolling. And again, this is the time where Edgerton can sort of take their time, and they got a comfortable lead. And every second that they can tick off the clock, that's one less second the Aces have to work with. And handoff. Nothing doing there. Ball carrier was Nichols. Nichols gets down to about the 42-yard line, or excuse me, about the 37-yard line. So give him a yard and make it 2nd and 9. So we go under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. And another fumble, but Everett is able to get the ball back into his hands. They'll drop him at about the 41-yard line for a loss to bring up a long third down. Looks like a third and about a 13 coming up. As we go under 90 seconds here in quarter number 3. Again, looks like Edgerton pretty much wanting to keep it on the ground as much as possible. Not possible this time around. And it's caught, and a flag. So a great pass and a great catch by Carter Herman. Takes it down. The ball is right at the 10-yard line now, and a flag on the play. And that's going to be declined. It's against the Aces. So obviously they're going to take the play in the yardage, and they'll put the ball right on the 10-yard line, 1st and goal for the Bulldogs with under a minute to go. And we still have a full fourth quarter to play too. Everett's lining him up. Takes the snap. Quick handoff to Piccolo. Piccolo, a nice hole. Piccolo churning forward. And stopped at about the 1-yard line where it'll be 2nd and goal. And we'll see if they want to try to punch it in here or if they're going to let the time run out and see if they can punch it in to start quarter number 4 here. Down to 12, 11, 10 seconds on the clock. And flags fly all over the place. It'll be a false start. And Edgerton is saying they were encroached. And we're going to have a conference. There's no time left on the clock on the scoreboard. And they are going to say it's Hicksville encroaching. So that'll be half the distance to the goal. And we'll have an untimed play to end the third quarter. And evidently, no, it's going to be the end of the third quarter. So I'm guessing that means that the fourth quarter is going to start with the ball at the half-yard line for the Edgerton Bulldogs with a 2nd and goal. Okay, so anyway, we've reached the end of 3, and after 3 quarters of play, it's the Edgerton Bulldogs leading the Hicksville Aces here at Aces Field tonight, 46-24, our third quarter score. As we get ready for the fourth quarter of action here tonight, I want to take some time to say another big thank you to another one of our diamond-level supporters at Hicksville Community Television, and that's the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Want to thank Jim Schmidt so very much. This makes 11 years now that he has been a diamond-level supporter, even though we've only started calling him that this year. But, Jim Schmidt lends us his support for all of our Aces sports broadcasts throughout the entirety of the school year, for football and volleyball and basketball and some of the other sports that we pick up as we can. And that's for all levels, too, for the junior high all the way through to the varsity. So remember, anytime you see Aces Sports action on Hicksville Community Television, they're the ones that help make it possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Here we go. Everett's hanging on to it himself. Everett's heading towards the end zone. He dives in. Touchdown. So Everett's on the quarterback keeper. Punches it in. That makes it 52-24. A 28-point lead now. 2-point conversion will institute, if it succeeds, will institute the running clock for the remainder of the fourth quarter until the Aces score again and whatever. Get it underneath a 30-point margin. We'll see what happens. Low snap. Everett, ball in the air, and it's off the hands and incomplete. I think that was Herman, the intended receiver. So the Aces can breathe a little sigh of relief. They avoid the running clock that time around, but again, need to get a defensive stop here so they can start putting some, points on the board. Obviously not this series because they're going to get the ball back. Don't look at me like that, Brian. It's not what I say, it's what I mean. And what I mean is they need to score on this possession, and then they need to get a defensive stop and get the ball back because they got a lot of points that they need to score here to get back into this football game, down by 28 with 11:53 left to go in the regulation time of this contest. They have a hit of the soda pop here. Gonna have a raspy voice tomorrow, doing a lot of talking here tonight. Piccolo's going to do the kicking. And here we go. It'll be a high kick, and it'll go right to Baird at the 25-yard line. Baird across the 30. Baird cuts upfield, gets across the 40. Baird still on his feet across the 45, and they'll bring him down at the 46-yard line. So a 21-yard return for Kyler Baird puts the Aces in pretty good field position. First and 10 on their own 46-yard line. Trailing by 28 this evening, 52-24 our score. Klima sets up in the shotgun. Brody Balzer, the back behind him. Going to go to the air. Maybe not. He escapes one. Somebody loses a helmet, and Klima manages to get a couple of yards on the scramble to make it 2nd and 8. Cade White lost his helmet on the play, so White will have to stay out for at least one play. Going in to replace him, number 74, George Green. 2nd and 8 for the Aces as the clock continues to roll. Klima with the snap. Klima, quick hitter, caught, and brought down at about the 47-yard line of Edgerton. Not quite first down yardage, but it gives them a 3rd and manageable. About a 3rd and 3, it looks like. So Hicksville with a 3rd and 3. Takes the snap. Klima, ball in the air, and it's going to be incomplete. That was Taylor that was the intended receiver diving for it. But we do have a flag on the play, and it's back at the 45-yard line. And that's going to be against Edgerton, so that's going to give the Aces a first down. And it's going to be a big one, roughing the passer. That's the second roughing the passer call against the Edgerton defense here tonight at Aces Field. And that's going to march the ball all the way down to about the 33-yard line, I think, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Aces. Kleeman with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back to throw it again. He's going to air it out. Baird off his hands and incomplete. That'll make it 2nd and 10. This will be good. Give the down marker guys a chance to get. They were hustling to try to get down there with the markers before they snapped the football. I think they made it, but now they can get themselves situated. Incompletion stops the clock with 10 minutes and 23 seconds to go. And again, it's Edgerton leading 52-24 here in the 4th quarter. Homecoming night at Aces Field. Bill and Brian, glad to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the coverage here tonight. Klima needs to get rid of it. He does. It's caught and taken down inside the 30. Balzer makes the grab, and it looks like they're going to mark him at about the 28-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 5, maybe 6. Make it 3rd and 4. Klima again gets the ball away and again throws it to Balzer. And again, Brody picks up some positive yards down to about the 22, 23-yard line. And that'll be good enough to move the chains. Another 1st down for the Aces. 1st and 10 at the Edgerton 22-yard line as they're just outside the red zone once again here tonight. Trailing 52-24. Aaron Klima dropping back again, and again he launches it, and that one's going to be overthrown. And Klima gets put to the turf again, but no flag this time. It was not a roughing by any means. You could see the Edgerton defender kind of pulling up. So 2nd down and 10 now from the 22-yard line for the Aces. Clock stops with 9:38 to go on the incomplete pass. Klima launches it and again overthrows his receiver, but again, flags all over. There are 3 flags thrown from 3 different parts of the field. We had 1 flag thrown here on the near sideline towards us, another flag thrown near the center of the field, and a 3rd flag over on the far side. It's going to be against the Aces, and it'll back them up 5. So 9:32 now to go in the game. And another official stoppage of play as they're going to have a consultation with the Edgerton coach on the far sideline. Coach Brody Flegel. All right. Evidently wanting some clarification as to the ruling. Everything all set. 9:32 to go. High snap. Turns around, hands off to Baird. Baird trying to turn the corner. Baird getting down near the 20-yard line. So Baird gets back that lost yardage and actually gets a couple more past that to bring up. That'll be 3rd down and about 8 from the 20-yard line. Clock continuing to roll under 9 minutes now. Klima rolling it out again. Throws to Bergman. Bergman can't shake the defender, though. And Jackson will get taken down at around looks like about the 16-yard line. You'll see they might even give him the 15. But no, it looks like the 16-yard line. So that'll be 4th and 4 for the Aces. Bergman's going to get the snap this time. Jackson heading out. Jackson cuts upfield. Get him around the ankles, and they finally bring him down. We'll see if he got enough to move the chains. And that'll be a first down. So Bergman comes in once again and gets the Aces the yardage they need and picks up a first and goal for Hicksville at the 10-yard line. Under 8 minutes now left in the game. And a low snap scooped up off the turf by Klima. Klima can't get it to Baird. So Baird not able to haul that one in to make it second and goal from the 10-yard line. And the incompletion stops the clock with 7 minutes and 51 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter, or in the game if you prefer. Bulldogs on defense now, but they lead 55-24. And it looks like it might have been picked off, but there are flags that fly everywhere. And I think that might be an error. Shouldn't it be 52-24? I went next door to check, and they messed up. It should be 52-24. I looked over at the scoreboard, and I was like, what? I don't think they give out like 3 bonus points for anything. So we're waiting for the final resolution of all those flags that were thrown. So it's heading into the end zone. Touchdown, Aces. Balzer takes it in. And there's a lot of confusion after that last play. Somebody bumped the score changed on the scoreboard. They're trying to get that figured out and trying to see what was the official call, whatever. So long and short of it is the Aces score. And with the touchdown, it is 30-52. And I'm not sure if that was a first and goal or if that was a fourth and I don't know. 2-point attempt. Thrown and batted away. It's incomplete and no good. So the score will remain 52-30. With the Edgerton Bulldogs now leading by 22 points. As we will get ready for the Aces to kick it off to the Bulldogs once again. And Edgerton, I get the feeling when they get the ball back, they're going to want to try to grind it out on the ground if possible, keep that clock rolling, and be able to head out of here with a W, and hopefully nobody getting injured or any other bad things happening. And I have to be honest, the stands are starting to clear out a little bit here on the Aces side of the field. Student section is still here in full force, though. Heck, I even see a Cubs fan down there, Brian. Not quite as good as, a Bears fan, in Brian's opinion. You get to be entertained by the Lions this weekend, don't they? I don't know. So the ball falls off the tee for Bergman. We've got 7.5 minutes exactly to play here. And Jackson trying to get the ball to cooperate and stay on the tee the way he wants it. There we go. So we're going to get ready to kick it off once again. And again, it's a low roller, and it's going to be caught by one of the Edgerton upmen right at the 50-yard line. So Quentin Blue up there near the front on the good hands team. Blue scoops it up, falls on it right at midfield. So good field position for the Bulldogs to start this offensive drive. And again, I'm sure that they would love to just sort of keep it on the ground, maybe pick up a couple of first downs, and burn off a lot of that remaining 7 minutes and 28 seconds. There's the snap. Everett takes it ahead. He'll get a couple of yards to make it 2nd and 8. Corey Everett still in the game at this point. It's sort of a sign of respect for the Aces. They know the Aces are quite capable of still scoring a lot of points here in 7 minutes. Everett hands it off, and it's another straight up the gut run down to the Aces' 44-yard line. Well, maybe the 43. We'll see where they mark it officially. And again, they keep the clock rolling here. It's a 3rd and 3 now for the Bulldogs. Everett keeps it himself. Everett gets the first down, goes a couple yards past that, and goes to the turf. Good enough to move the chains and keep the drive going and keep the clock rolling. So again, the Edgerton Bulldogs can take their time here. They can keep the clock rolling. They can use up a lot of the play clock before they snap the ball. And like I said, they can whittle that time down so if they don't leave the Aces much time to work with. And down to about the 36-yard line on the carry. That was, I believe, number 26, Warren Nichols. Yep, Nichols, the ball carrier, takes it down to the 36 to make it 2nd and about 7. Second and 7 for the Edgerton Bulldogs. Everett hands it off straight up to the 30-yard line near a first down. That's Blue, the ball carrier. They're going to say his knee touched at the 31. That'll make it 3rd and about a yard and a half. So officially it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs down at the Aces' 31-yard line. Everett again hands it off. I think that was Piccolo that got the carry, and he might be up a little bit short. Nope, number 26, Nichols. Nichols gets to right back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll make it 4th down. Well, they're going to give him a yard, so it'll be 4th and 1. Well, now they say 4th and 2 again. Okay. We'll go with the scoreboard. 4th and 2. The Bulldogs need to get to the 29-yard line to move the chains. Clock rolling down to 4 minutes left in the contest. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper from Everett's. And Everett's got popped, but then he hops forward, and it looks like he stepped out right. It was like he just stepped right past, like one step beyond where the marker was, the down marker was, to get him another first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 29-yard line. And Everett's hands it off. And still battling forward down to about the 23-yard line. We'll see who's at the bottom of the pile. That was Piccolo with the carry. So Piccolo takes it down to the 23-yard line to make it 2nd and 4, and more importantly, keeps that clock rolling for the Bulldogs with about 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the game. Everett's low snap. It's loose on the turf, and he's going to have to fall on it back at the 30-yard line. That'll make it a 3rd and about 10. And it'll keep the clock rolling. So, bad snap results in about a 6-yard loss for the Bulldogs. That'll make it 7. They're going to say that it is now 3rd and 11. So Everett's with a 3rd and long. Again, they're going to keep it on the ground. They're going to run it straight ahead. And that ball carrier was Blue, and Blue takes it down to about the 27-yard line. So that'll make it about a 4th and 7, or 4th and 8. Yeah, 4th and 8. And they're going to go for it. Like I said, they're going to keep burning time off this clock. Handoff. Gets around the corner, hits for the 20, and that was Roth with the ball carrying, and Roth got them the first down. So Roth gets them the yardage they need to move the chains. They'll pause the clock briefly with 2:04 left until they get the chain set, and then they'll start it up again. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Aces' 16-yard line. And another bad snap. And Everett's will run all the way back to like the 34-yard line to fall on it. So it'll be 2nd and very long. But the clock continues to roll, and it's going to be really tough for the Aces here. They only have one timeout, so Hicksville can only stop the clock one time. And as long as, they can snap it for a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They got 3 more plays, and with the way the clock is rolling, that was probably the ball game at that point, that last first down. Everett does it again, and he's going to run all the way back and fall on it. Oh, that was number 14, and the Aces are going to recover the ball. That was their backup quarterback, Scotty Krantz. Krantz is just a freshman. Freshman missed the snap and not able to get the ball back, so they turn it over to the Aces. Hicksville will have the ball. 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. They're not going to win this game. There's no way they're going to get 22, 23 points or whatever. they would need 3 touchdowns with 3 successful 2-point conversions in 1:14 to win this game. So that's not going to happen, but at least the Aces can take another crack at it. And it looks like they're going to take their last time out here. So this will be the last time that Hicksville stops the clock in this game. That's their 3rd and final timeout for the second half. And it looks like they're going to put some of the younger players out there to give them a little playing time near the end of this game to finish it off. And who knows, sometimes you put the younger players in, they get lucky, and they're able to punch one in. So Owen Stuckey, number 15, backup quarterback, out on the field right now. Stuckey also works out of the shotgun like Klima does. And he muffs the snap, and they'll fall on it. Ball back at the 49-yard line of the Aces. And that's a bad thing because it keeps the clock rolling for Hicksville. They're actually going to put the ball at the 50-yard line. No. They're going to move it back. Okay. Got to get it positioned just right. 50 seconds left to go. Second. Another high snap and a quick handoff. And they hand the ball off to Bronson Graber, and Graber gets to about the 49-yard line of the Edgerton Bulldogs, where it'll be 3rd down and about 20. And this may well be the last play of the game here, as we're down to 10 seconds. And they snap it, and it's loose on the turf, and that's going to do it. Time expires, and it's all over. So the Aces, unfortunately, take another loss here tonight to lower their overall record on this football season to 1 win and 6 losses, as they drop the homecoming game to the visiting Edgerton Bulldogs. The final score 52-30. And just to cap it off, it looks like one of the Aces is down on the field with, looks like a cramp that Doc Haggerty is taking care of. So the teams will congratulate each other, and we'll get ready to head off into what is left of this homecoming weekend here in Hicksville. So that's going to wrap up our coverage for this evening. I want to thank you so very much for joining us. Again, hope you enjoyed the homecoming coverage we had today. We had a couple of live streams on our Facebook page earlier with the big homecoming pep assembly at the end of the school day today, and the pregame ceremonies for homecoming before the start of this one. And so with that, we're going to wrap it up for this evening. Big thanks once again, to the Hicksville Athletic Department, Misters Hott and Overmeyer, for giving us the space and allowing us to live stream the coverage here tonight. Thanks to our football broadcast underwriters making our coverage possible, our diamond level supporters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, and APT Manufacturing Solutions here in Hicksville, Ohio. Most of all, thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed our coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. Well, they took it off the scoreboard mighty quick tonight. But one final time this evening, the final score here on homecoming, it's the visiting Edgerton Bulldogs knocking off the Aces 52-30, the final score. For Brian Williams operating the iPad Pro camera, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing all of you a good night and good sports.